Pisces new moon on February 26th is a solar eclipse. This is the last eclipse in Pisces. There will not be another one for 19 years. It is a new moon, and new moons are new beginnings, new start, new energy. This eclipse is offering you the opportunity to evaluate how you may be getting in your own way, old patterns of behavior that are no longer serving you. Pisces rules the 12th house. It is the 12th sign. When we are in Pisces, we're finishing things up. We're completing things. It is a time to gain greater self-mastery over negative attitudes, negative behaviors, how we limit ourselves, how we hold ourselves back, how we can have self-defeating patterns that we either deny or disown or perhaps project onto others. And this is a wonderful opportunity to be consciously aware of how you're giving your power away, where you are using fantasy and escapism from the truth, from the reality, from the behavior. There is a major focus here at the eclipse in Pisces. You have Mercury, the messenger, in Pisces. You have the South Node, where you are to travel no more, in Pisces. The Sun and the Moon are coupled together in Pisces with Neptune, Pisces' ruling planet. And he's direct, which makes him incredibly powerful, supremely powerful. And the Sun will exactly couple with Neptune on March 1st. You have Pallas Athena, the goddess of wisdom and truth, in Pisces. Chiron, the asteroid, the wounded healer, in Pisces. With this major focus in Pisces, the last sign, here is the opportunity to look at our self-defeating behaviors and attitudes and patterns that have been holding us back lifetime to lifetime. When we're swimming in the sea of Pisces, we are reliving our past lives. The past lives and the future lives all run together. Linear time only exists in third dimension. When you're in higher dimension, fifth dimension, where we are going because Earth is ascending and you and I are ascending, all the past lives and the future lives are in the now. So everything happens in the now. When we are cycling through Pisces, we have an opportunity to move through the past lives or the future lives. Because as time travelers, you can go back to the future. You can relive your past. If you've had beautiful lifetimes that you want to go back and relive, you can do that. The soul does that to heal from, say, a traumatic life. The soul can go back and revisit a past life that was a happy lifetime. And so in Pisces, time and space disappears. And you are in the sea of all oneness. All are one. We are connected to each other through our heart flame, through the threefold flame that burns on the altar of your heart. The threefold flame of love, wisdom, and power that connects us all to each other and to the divine source, to the one source, the one creator. That is why you're never alone, because when you're alone, you're with the ascended masters, you're with the angels, you are with the higher cosmic beings that sponsor all life on this planet, and therefore you're always connected to all of us together and to the higher source power within and above, as above, so below. So you are never alone. You are always connected to the divine. And in the Pisces cycle is this time and opportunity to connect to your creative self, to your spiritual self. Your soul will be talking loudly to you now. Your intuition will be strong. Your psychic abilities will be stepped up. And you have an opportunity at this time to listen to your soul's desires. What is right for you? What is right choices for you? What is right relationship for you? What is right livelihood for you? What is right living for you? What is right for you? And it is about overcoming those inner demons, those inner gremlins. I call it the negative self-talk, any self-criticism, any put-downs, anything that you do that sabotages you. This is the time to look at it. Pisces rules the 12th house of how we get in our own way, how we limit ourselves, how we sabotage ourselves. It is where we escape from the world, escape from the negativity of the world. But it's also those self-defeating patterns that we have that can hold us back and get in our own way. That's why it's the greatest opportunity to develop self-mastery, because when you take your power back from other people, from the externals, the media, the government, anything that's outside of you, that's not empowering you, this is the time to focus inward. The journey goes within in Pisces. It is about the inner life, the inner joy, the inner being, the inner self. And the more you connect to your soul self, the more you connect to who you really are, the less the world will pull on you, the less the things of the world will affect you, the less that's going on in the world will have any kind of influence over you, because you've learned to be a self-master. And when you're a self-master, you are directed by your inner being, your inner authority, your inner self. And from that inner self, which is your point of attraction. In other words, in order to attract better things to us, we have to change on the inside. It doesn't change on the outside first. That's the illusion of this world. The illusion of this world is that whatever you want or need is outside of you. That is not true. Whatever you need or want is inside, is in your soul. It's the inner being. And when you connect to that inner being and love yourself, love your inner child, love your soul self, love who you are, imperfections and all, challenges and all, and love all of you, that creates the wholeness. And then you are raising your vibration. And when you're raising your vibration, you attract better things to you. You attract better people to you. You attract better situations to you. Your point of attraction changes. So in Pisces, it is about living from the inside out. It is about developing that self-master. When you become a self-master, you attain self-mastery and you get off the wheel of karma. And most karma is made in relationships. And we get entangled with other people, lifetime to lifetime, reliving the same patterns and lessons. Here at this eclipse, you have an opportunity to finish and free yourself from these limitations and entanglements that do not serve you. Do not serve your soul self. Do not serve your path of ascension and your purpose for being here. And your purpose for being here is to live your best life, to be creative, to have fun, to be joyous, to get up every day and have something to look forward to and spread the light. And you spread the light through joy. You spread the light through happiness. That's the mission. That's the purpose, is to be a light bearer, to be a person of the light, and to spread that light and joy. So here is an opportunity at this eclipse to finish things and to begin things. Now, with all of this water energy, it's very easy to be idealistic in the Pisces energy, to be idealistic about a situation or idealistic about other people, idealistic about situations. And you want to go by behavior and facts, not by potential or promises. That is the fantasy or the illusion that we can get tripped up into, and thinking that, this is more than what it is, or it's something that it isn't. And, with this kind of energy, there can be deception, right? There can be delusion. There can be so much fantasy that we are being fooled by someone or something. And that's why it's important to go by behavior and look at, are you doing all the work in the relationship? Are you carrying most of the load in where you work or who you're with? And if you are, then what you're doing is you're taking on someone else's karma. And that is a burden to you. So if you're feeling entangled or you're feeling exhausted, you're taking on other people's karma. And that will lower your energy and your vitality. And what it does is it doesn't allow people to develop self-mastery when they need to. We all need to. In other words, we all need to take responsibility for our lives and our choices. There are no victims. There are no martyrs. We can play that role so that we can avoid responsibility. That's what people do, is they play the role of the victim because they don't want to take responsibility to be, say, financially independent or responsible for working or doing what they need to do to be a functioning, responsible adult. And so be aware of perhaps the codependency, or, if you've been falling into that role of, I will fix you, I will save you, I will rescue you. When you do that, you're not allowing the person to become an adult. You're not allowing the person to become whole. You're not allowing the person to rise up and become a self-master so that they can ascend off the wheel of karma. And so we want to be aware of how we may be fooling ourselves and how others may be playing us to play that role of savior when they need to be saving themselves and becoming that empowered self-master they were destined to be. We are all destined to be powerful. We are all destined to be whole. We all are destined to be our best self. And we have initiations every day that Creator has given us in order to master those initiations and overcome the inner gremlins, the inner demons, the negative self-talk, and move through it to greater wholeness and power. And that's what it's about. That's what this journey is about. We're finishing up a 26,000 year Kali Yuga of karma right now. That's why the lessons are so challenging, because we're completing all of this past life karma and past life entanglement with others in the now. And when you do that, you get off the wheel of karma and you become ascended. And you can walk in fifth dimension now. You can be in the world and not of it. And you can be in higher dimension through your meditation, through your daily focus, through your attitude, through your dialing out from the negative news media, dialing out from the negativity of others, dial out from the noise and the chatter of the world, and take the journey inward, focus inward to your inner being, your inner world. And through that peace, that inner peace that you can create, you can live your best life. And Mars is in Aries, and Mars is all about the power of the individual. Mars is about action and passion and desire. It is your individual energy. It's your physical energy. It's your ego. It's your drive in life. And Mars is coupling with Uranus at the time of the eclipse. He will couple with Uranus on the 26th, and then he opposes Jupiter on the 27th. This is a really powerful energy, and it's very different than the Pisces energy. So you have this Pisces, spiritual, creative, intuitive, psychic energy going on here that's empowering you to listen to your soul, trust your intuitive hunches, overcome the negative self-talk, and spiritualize. Then you have Mars, who is totally empowered in Aries because he rules Aries, coupled with Uranus in Aries. So he's the ambassador to Uranus, which is the disruptor, who is about freeing you from the limitations, freeing you from the past, freeing you from karmic entanglements, from relationship entanglements. Uranus disrupts. Uranus, even when it's in harmonious energy flow, can still shock you out of situations and relationships to get your attention and say, hey, what are you doing here? And this is amazing what's happening right now, because you have all of this beautiful creative and spiritual energy going on with Pisces, and then you have the disruptor, Uranus, and Mars, his ambassador, working together. And if you take this energy and you focus it on projects, if you focus it on, say, working out and building muscle, right? Set your intention at the new moon. I'm going to build more muscle. And you use this energy, you can find that you're physically getting stronger every day. And when you are strengthening your muscle, your body, physically, that strengthens your mind. Your mind becomes more strong and powerful and able to focus and more effective. When you strengthen the body and the mind, you strengthen the spirit. Pisces, you strengthen your spiritual self, and you can anchor more light, freedom, expansion of consciousness, truth, liberation. And so this is an amazing energy here, with the Mars coupled with Uranus opposing Jupiter the next day on the 27th. And it can empower you to focus your energy on any project you want to finish, any situation you want to complete. It will be the eye-opener and awakener. So you're going to notice this last week in February and first week in March that you are really aware and awake of certain situations that perhaps you were not so consciously aware of perhaps how you've been giving your power away, how you've been tolerating too much, how you have been not taking care of yourself and looking out for yourself in the best way. Mars is about the individual. It is about the power of the individual. And in order to have wonderful soulmate relationship, we have to be wonderful with self first. We have to be in love with self so that we can receive that love from others. And I don't mean it in a narcissistic way. I mean it in a healthy way. I mean, selfishness means to put your soul self first. Selfishness means I will do the will of God even if others don't get it. When you do what's right for you, it's right for everyone else. And when you're putting your soul self first, you are doing the will of God. You are doing what you came to do. And that's real love. That's authentic love. That's unconditional love. And when you're in that place of empowerment, you're going to attract others who are also healthy. And so when you are practicing healthy selfishness, you're doing what's right for you, which means it's right for others. You're doing what's in your highest good, which means it's for the highest good of others. When you're doing what's right for you and you're coming from your soul self, you are always in alignment with your mighty I am presence. You're always in alignment with your higher self. And you're listening. And you're listening to that higher self. And you're listening to your soul self. When you don't listen, you walk away from yourself. And when we walk away from ourselves, that's when we always go, oh, why didn't I listen? I was told. My inner being told me. And I didn't listen. Right? That's when the frustration comes up, is when we don't listen. And then we step right in it. We step right in that doo-doo. And so here's an opportunity to really love you and be there for you. Because when you do that, then you can attract one who will love you and be there for you. And that's what it's about. And so with this Mars-Uranus energy, watch out for rash decisions, rash actions, because this energy can burst out all over the place and in surprising ways. And then you've got the Pisces energy flushing up out of the subconscious and the unconscious, things that we weren't consciously aware of. Perhaps how we've, shot ourselves in the foot, how we've gotten in our own way, how we've given our power away. And then you realize it. And then with Mars and the Uranus, you can get angry really fast. You can just be like, oh, I have tolerated this situation long enough. And boom. And, we don't want to, blow people out of the water, and we don't want to, be so disruptive and shocking that, it adds fuel to the fire. And that's why, this energy is great for working out. It's great for physical, building muscle and strengthening your body, or focusing your mind on a project that you can throw yourself into and channel that energy in healthy ways that are productive, because it is innovative and it is assertive and it is all about your freedom and liberation. So in the Pisces, we're learning, oh my, this is how I've held myself back for lifetimes, or this is how I've gotten in my own way, or this is how I've given my power away. I'm not going to do that anymore. And then you step into this Aries energy with Uranus and Mars, and Venus is in Aries too. And then the Mars opposes Jupiter, and Jupiter is also a co-ruler of Pisces. And so this is where you get that can-do spirit. I can do anything. I am an action-oriented individual who can take charge of my life, and I can achieve great things, and I can make things happen. And so that entrepreneurial spirit of personal growth and expansion and wisdom and success is opening doors for you to your goals, opening doors for you to a better life. And Jupiter is going to exactly oppose Uranus on March 3rd. And so there is a very strong idealistic energy at this time. That's amazing. That if you channel it correctly, you could reach creative levels that you've always dreamed of, that now you're watching your creativity flow and be channeled into productive outlets such as writing, speaking, singing, dancing, performing, acting, cooking, anything that you like to do that feeds your soul, that makes you a joyful person. It is your destiny to feel good about you. It is your destiny to feel good about your life. And this is a very strong, optimistic energy, but it's also an assertive energy. It is an energy about you asserting your power, asserting your unique individuality, doing what's right for you, living your truth, and empowering you. Now, another thing too, Venus is getting ready to retrograde. And she's going to retrograde March 4th through April 15th. She's up there with Mars, but they don't perfect. In other words, they don't couple, because Mars is moving on and Venus is going in reverse. They will perfect in Virgo. At 18 degrees Virgo, on October 5th, the divine lovers will unite in Virgo in October. And for many people, that is a new relationship. And so at this time, this is about finishing things up, completing what needs to complete, being aware of how you may escape or defeat your own goals in life, as well as your idealism. And maybe you could be idealizing someone, or you're idealizing a business idea, or you're idealizing a situation. Time will tell, the truth. And, again, you want to have ideals and you want to be dreaming, because that's how we create. And you also want to be practical and do your homework and do the work, and don't go by promises. Don't go by potential. Go by behavior. And if you do that, then you're using this energy in a way that can empower you and liberate you and set you on the right course of action. And be patient with what you're doing. Be patient with where you're going. Be patient about love and relationship. Be patient about investments of your money, of your time, of your energy. This is a wonderful time to be focused in the present. All power is in the now. To be focused here and now in what you can do today. To be focused here and now in your divine inner being, and use this wonderful energy for meditation and creativity, and as well as building strength and vitality and energy, so that you are living your best life and you are riding the wave of the ocean. Neptune is in charge at this eclipse. Neptune. And Neptune is your highest ideals. And Neptune is creator. Neptune is the divine. And there are times where we are being asked to have faith. And this is one of them. Have faith in your inner being. Have faith in your own potential. Have faith in your talent, your gifts, your abilities. Have faith in who you are. Have faith in what you can do. Have faith in Creator. And you will be unstoppable.